then we will have to give you medications for you to hasten losing weight. But remember that the medications we usually give only fool your brains to eat less. No, you will be told to eat less by your brain, but this is not actually burning the fat. So if you do not listen and you become fatter and fatter, then you will have to undergo surgical interventions. We call that in surgery as bariatric surgery. We open your abdomen and we connect your stomach to a lower intestine so that anything you eat will just go immediately to waste, and you will not absorb any of these nutrients. But we reserve these only for people who are severely obese or morbidly obese, those people who are too fat, they cannot move anymore. Now, so you have to know what foods to eat. Please limit your carbohydrates if you really want to stay away from the complications of diabetes and severe obesity. Carbohydrates, rice, noodles, pasta, and whatever else you like to eat that contain a lot of carbohydrates. Sugar, usually we choose the white and refined sugar when we go to the grocery and buy. But that's the unhealthiest sugar that you can get, because the one that is raw or direct from the, after you produce it from the sugar cane is the one that is healthy. We call that brown sugar, washed sugar, or in the Philippines we call that muscovado. And the last tip I will give you is, of course, take your DXN food supplements so that anything that you eat in excess will be eliminated and anything that you lack from your diet will be added. Remember that if you follow these tips, you will not only be healthier and leaner, but you will also be richer. And so now we go to Daxentherapy, as I've said, the centerpiece of our company. Daxentherapy is the first 4 letters of Daxentherapy come from the scientific name of our revered mushroom, Ganoderma lucidum. Daxentherapy. And this was my title for many of my lectures when I started to be food supplements consultant in the Philippines. But later I had to change it to herbotherapy, because the first 4 letters there now will tell you that all our products come from herbs, from nature, given to us by God. And so in 2006, when I wrote a book, I also entitled it as Herbotherapy, the book. And there in that book, I just married natural medicine with modern medicine, and I called it a medical wedding. Here I only compiled all my lectures here in the Gulf, outside the Philippines, and around the Philippines to dissect which therapy methods are going to give health to its maximum. And this provided us a very good and quick handbook for DXN members, at least in the Philippines, so that when they go around, they can show this to their prospects as a quick reference. But DXN products have grown since then. Now we have the Ganoderma spread in Malaysia. We already have the lipstick in the Philippines and here in UAE. Many women would like to buy cheaper lipstick just to be able to use one. But remember that cheap lipsticks usually contain lead and other metals, which you can absorb as a makeup on your face or on your lips if you wear it as a lipstick. Now, with our all-natural Ganoderma lipstick, you will not only be making yourself beautiful, but you will also help in your health every time the Ganoderma extracts are absorbed from your lips or face. So, with the advent of so many products already in DXN, I decided that I will have to change my lecture title. I now call it Daxentherapy in the Philippines. Remember that the word Daxen is the name of the original company set up by Dr. Lim Xiaojin in Malaysia. And if you remove the A and the E, it will become D, X, and N. Now, Daxentherapy, as I define it, is just DXN therapy, or the alleviation of human health, or your health, with the use of DXN food supplements taken every day and regularly. Remember also that there are only 4 pillars of your health. And of these 4 pillars, if you take one, everything will crumble. And the most important of the pillar is supplementation. Because as I've said already, with food supplementations, whatever you have in excess from your diet will be eliminated, and those you lack will be added on your body. So now we come to the presentation of our products in DXN. And of course, the first to go, or the first to be talked about, will have to be the Ganoderma RGGL, known to the Mandarin Chinese as Lingqi, and to the Japanese as Rishi, and to the Koreans as Yangchi. And this has been considered as the miraculous king of the herbs. And in DXN, I say, it's the mushroom that changed the world. Please remember that your body is still your best doctor. God made sure of that. He gave us a body that was equipped to fight against all diseases that will come in. But what did we do in return? We abused our body by eating the wrong diet, doing the wrong things in life. So that now some of our bodies allow all these diseases to come in. So now I will have to tell you, how does the body really take care of itself? Because we have to know how really the body would want to prevent diseases to come in, and I will explain that to you. Next, how do these DXN products really help us to become healthy? I'm sure you would like to know the mechanisms. If people ask you, what do DXN products target in our body? If your prospects ask you, your only answer is one line. They target the immune system. That is the most important answer. What is this immune system? It is just a system of the body containing small cells that are considered our soldiers, our military, our army, our police, our security guards, and our janitors. So, the immune system is just a system that contains many small cells, and they function as our marine soldiers, army, police, military, security guards, and janitors. And now you ask me, why do we need janitors? Because all the rest have guns and can indeed fight or kill invaders. But the janitors, what about them? Because after a war between our healthy cells and the invading cells, there will be a lot of dirt, germs scattered around, and so therefore somebody has to clean it up. And these small cells, called the janitors, are the ones that are going to do that job. With the advent of electron microscopy and the more modern technology, now we can see exactly how these microorganisms get into the body. Look at this organism, this microorganism called Cystosoma japonicum is trying to make its way in the pore of our skin and is trying to get into our blood. And once there, it is going to go around with your blood circulation and is going to cause diseases in the different parts of your body. This is another of our friendly cell, our soldiers, our security guards, called the killer T cell. And as the name implies, if it has caught several viruses, then all those viruses will die in just a moment because they will secrete substances that will kill them. Also, we have friendly police and military going around our blood looking for cells that will become cancer or are trying to become cancer. And as soon as they find one, they will all go to that cell and kill it instantly. And it will leave that cell dead, just like a dried leaf. And there is our friendly cell, lying triumphant and victorious. And this is another friend of ours called the macrophage. It has a large mouth because it absorbs viruses, bacteria, toxins, and other germs inside our body. And once these germs get into the inside of that cell, it will immediately secrete substances that will kill them. Some of our friendly cells are shaped like this. They have horns, and they move around also looking for toxins. But some of them, after eating the toxins they are assigned to kill or eat, they also die in the process. That is why we have to take our DXN food supplements so that if they do die, then they will be replenished with new soldiers and these immune system cells. Some of our immune system cells look like these. They are called the B lymphocytes. And their characteristic is they let all these viruses and toxins attach to them, and then they produce the white antibody to be able to kill these things instantly. And so your question to me now is, Doctor, where do these friends of ours, these soldiers of ours, live in our body? They actually live, they have so many houses inside our body. They can be found in the tonsils and the adenoids at the back of your mouth. You can also feel them in your neck whenever you have an infection, and these are called lymph nodes that have infections. You can also feel them in your armpits or even in your groin. Now, I'm sure you would like to know how the body really takes care of itself. Before that, I will have to tell you that our body contains trillions of cells. But here I represented it only as one cell. And inside each cell, each of the trillions of cells in our body, lies a nucleus, a rounded thing that is found inside. It is the king or the brain of our cell. And there is a matrix or a passageway, and there is a barrier. And you wouldn't believe it that outside the barrier, every day, every minute, every second, toxins and viruses and bacteria are knocking so that they will be able to enter our cell and invade the nucleus. You will ask why.